Podcast for the common foe. Alright, so back with another Appalachian outlaw. Here's Appalachian outlaw. I'll tell you what, we're gonna venture back onto the great grandfather, back onto the great land of Appalachia, back onto the law benders, law breakers, the straight up hicks and city slickers and anybody who don't give a hell or a what or a anything, okay, and they live in Appalachia. The Appalachian Outlaw series continues. Alright, so one day my grandfather driving up down the road, up there on the ridge, talking about heading up on over to the top farm, okay, and my great grandfather and his brother sitting over there drinking. Okay, they, but drinking some, pounding some parties and some big beers and some whiskey. I tell you what, having some good evening. Tell you what, my grandfather goes up there and you probably, driving in with my grandmother. Okay, grandmother is the son of the great grandfather who is pretty much the main inspiration and ideals for these, Appalachian Outlaw series. So, they up there drinking this stuff, chilling and, talking about bullshitting and bullshitting some more. You know how the shit goes, when you're out there, you hard work, you're entitled to a day of hard drinking. Tell you what. So my grandfather sits down and they're chilling. And my grandmother, they're just like, you know what? We need to go get us a fucking deer. Oh, yeah. All right. So they get in their idea. Hey, let's go get us a deer. Okay, we need something to eat. We hungry. That's how it's done in the backwoods. You need food? You grab your 30-aught and you go outside and you go down there and you get yourself a deer or a raccoon or whatever. And you put it up on the grill. You put some barbecue sauce on it and you drink enough beer. Dinner. Oh, yeah. Winter. Mystery dinner. Your grandpa went out and shot something that we're eating for dinner. Get in here. Oh, yeah. Anybody need me to write some music for them? I got you. Anyway, so we out there, they decided to go out there, and my grandma was like, hey, Grandpa, she called him something else. I'm just referencing Grandpa, so y'all know what the hell's going on. A lot of people in this story. Grandpa, you driving. Why am I driving? I don't want to be the drunk. He's got a point. You don't want to be the sober driver. It sucks ass. But she's like, you're going. And he's like, all right, I'm going. And he drives them on down. They get the guns in there. They bring the rest of the boys out there with them. It's a cold night. Yes, but they heading on out there to get us some food. They are liquor fueled and whiskey bent, hell-bound, ready for some gosh darn grub. So they head on down there on the road down there. I'll tell you what, they drive down one of the next dirt roads, passing farms, passing abandoned places, passing burned down shit, passing the haunted houses, passing the haunted farms, passing Sasquatch 3 or 4 times. Sasquatch is real. I believe that shit, so I'll watch some of that shit. Tell you what, he probably is real. Probably just giant, some kind of cross between a bear, a badger, and a man. You never know what the hell kind of shit goes on. All kinds of weird shit goes on out in the woods that the humans do not know about. So I would be one to say that yes, Sasquatch is real. Anywho, they driving on out down there and all that shit. And, he's driving away. And, they pull out the gun and, they point several directions. They don't fire yet. They may be drunk, but they still country folk and they still know what the fuck they're doing. So, guess what? They didn't fire yet, okay? They're getting ready. They want the waste their bullets and their half-drunk shots. It's like precision. You have a precision meter when you're drunk, and it's only so full, and it does not refill, no matter how much more liquor you drink. So, you only have about one good shot. You don't know, or you just get drunk and go hunting enough that you know this, and that you just, gotta live with it. God gave us one precision meter, and it is not a renewable resource while you're drunk. So, you just got to make one hit, and you just got to pray to the Lord that you did it all right. Okay, so we're driving on down. Hold up. Great grandpa says. Grandpa stops, rolls down the window. Great grandpa looks out the window. He's got these 2 eyes in the dark staring at him. You don't know what it could be. It could be a raccoon. It could be Sasquatch. It could be UFO. It could be another drunk neighbor with night vision goggles that he just ordered off the Amazon. Amazon didn't exist back then, but I'm just making a joke because you can still order night vision goggles no matter what if you just picked up a phone and called. Okay, it's a real thing you can do. Go on down to the sports store. Anywho, he's sitting out there looking at that shit out there, and it's just the eyes. That might be a deer eye. We don't know. The spotlight was in the back. And of course, 3 drunk rednecks and a sober redneck that doesn't really want to be out there driving the 3 drunk rednecks. Not really too keen on that, just keen on the end of the night. It's a cold night. He wants to go home to his wife. That's an honorable, reasonable thing, okay? But the other guys want to go out drunk and get a deer, and that's another honorable, reasonable thing. So you just kind of got the battle of the two lesser evils, and everybody's just sitting out there in the cab of their truck, and they're just going, oh, well. A gun comes out the window. Great grandpa is cocked, loaded, and ready to send whatever this thing is to the maker. Okay? And hopefully get some dinner. But great grandfather may have been wrong. Grandfather realizes this. Grandpa looks on back, says, hey, bring me a gun. Hand me the spotlight. We're going to try something. Oh, what are you talking about? I got a gun here, Skip. They call my grandfather Skip, by the way. I got a gun here, Skip. I don't need no light, none. See, I can shoot just fine. I aim in between the eyes, okay? Unless it's a sloth or some kind of weird-ass crab, I'm a hit the heifer. He's not that far. And Pap's just like, well, we gonna make sure it's a deer and not a heifer or nothing, because then you're gonna have to sue for or get sued or an animal. Either that or you're gonna have to go and load that cow into the back of our truck, and I'm not helping you put your cow at 2 in the morning, Ray. He called my grandfather Ray. Grandfather called the great-grandfather Ray. Great-grandfather called the grandfather Skip. Just letting you know, context here. And, great-grandfather's like, well, fine point. I don't want to do that either. I just want venison. I mean, a ribeye would be nice, but ain't nothing about going down to a steakhouse doing. That's a lot cheaper than paying a fine for killing somebody's heifer, tell you what. So they get a spotlight, and they go on it. Maybe it's a raccoon. Maybe it's a bear. Maybe it's a drunkard with night vision goggles. Maybe it's somebody's cow. Maybe it's a deer. It was a cow. Plain as day. They flip on the light. That heifer moves back as if he was just sleeping there with his red beady eyes open. No cow sleeps with their eyes open. It was stupid. All right, so they had a point. It was cold. Oh, they got to keep on going, okay? Because they went out for deer and they did not find something. You don't bring home the game, or at least bring home a funny story about missing and not finding the game, then you're not a man. Is how it apparently goes. So he drives on out there. Okay, that's cool. And they keep driving. Piper. Oh, my great-granddaddy, he put down his gun down there, sitting there, cocked loaded still, ready to go. You know what I mean? Because you never know. You never know when you see a doe at a moment's notice. And then next thing you know, you pull out your gun, you shoot it, then you're cranking deer killer by the long cut as you're gutting a bitch in the back of your truck. Oh, well. Okay, living life. That's how it goes. So we driving on down there, and they driving on down there. Okay. Oh, 40s are being drinking. Whiskey is being talked about. Moonshine is being ingested. Whatever form of gested that suits that story, okay? Grandpa's driving. Patsy Cline is singing, and it's bringing everybody alive, and I'm trying to rhyme again. Yeah. Sorry, it was bad. I'll stick to comedy. I'll leave the rhyme with just the rounders. He knows what the fuck he's doing. So they're out there driving, okay, and then all of a sudden, you're just, driving out in the middle of the woods, looking for something. Bear, UFO. You never know. That shit happens in the woods. You ever notice why the UFOs only go after drunk rednecks? It's because they don't nobody believe a drunk redneck talking. Oh, it was a UFO. You're just drunk. It could be. I was drunk. I will not lie. But I am also not lying to you by letting you know that there was a UFO there. Okay. So you know what? He might have a point. There might be UFOs. Maybe they only visit the drunkards, goddammit. I don't know. Okay. All I know is they don't want people to know quite yet, or else they would have shown themselves up to the world. So obviously, the only people they are going to come in contact with, drunk rednecks, or anybody drunk out in the middle of nowhere. You ain't going to believe this, but we're aliens. Does that mean you're a cop? No. Okay, good. I thought I'd act sober here for a minute. I'm here driving with my buddy. Tell you what, 2 lane road. I'll be cracking brewskis on 7 a.m. It's been a long day. Okay, alien fellers, we come in peace. Oh, let's go. I come with these. As he whips out the 6-pack Coors Light, and he's sitting there going, hey, you chill, honky? Your little green friend? Okay, and then that's how peace is. You crack open a beer with the boys and the aliens. The boys and the boys from another planet. Oh, yeah, it's like my brother from another mother, okay? Oh, shit, I had something for this. No, man. My hoss from Spice. Spice is space, by the way. My hoss from Spice. My hossies from Spices. My honkies from the other planet honkies. Planetary honkies. Whatever. You know what I mean? Just different, whatever. It's the homies from the Milky Way. The other parts, okay? We all come in together. Relax. Who decided to name our galaxy Milky Way? I mean, I'm not complaining. I just think that's a stupid name. Like, Milky Way, really? Why not Death Destroyer 3000? But it's the Milky Way. Anyway, they're driving on down there hoping to get to see some aliens, some monsters, I don't know, something. And then all of a sudden, bang! And this isn't no Emerald on the TV throwing salt on something yelling bam. This is a gun bam. This is a 30-aught bam. This is a bam inside the cabin. The truck comes to a halt, albeit due to the thought of the driver braking and not knowing what the hell that was, and the truck just deciding it doesn't gonna go no more. Well, I tell you what, my grandfather's like, Ray? Ray's like, Skip? So Ray was out of the question of being hurt. The three drunkards in the back had no idea what the hell was going on. Their ears were standing there, their hair was standing on the back of their necks. Everybody kind of wondering what the hell was going on. They knew they were out there drinking stuff, but they got shot at. Now, the first thing is, do we need to return fire? Is this friendly fire? What the hell's going on here? It is determined it was friendly fire from inside the vehicle. But the truck don't move no more. Doggone it, I'd be damned. Okay, I don't remember which line he hit. Brake line, transmission line. He hit a couple of things. And that person, I tell you what, my great-granddaddy, when he had his gun ready to kill the cow, and they brought it in there because it wasn't a deer, and they were sad, he put the gun down. But he did not put the, well, maybe he did have the safety on. A gun can go off for, no reason. That's just how the world works, okay? So he put the gun down, and lo and behold, bullet goes through, and, gun goes off. They hit a road. It's a dirt road. It's not paved. There are potholes. Potholes make the gun go boom, and that's just how the world works. And the world goes round and round. The gun, the truck is dead. It's got a hole in it, and it's bleeding. Shot right through the heart because the truck gave love a bad name. Okay, jamming Bon Jovi as they're hiking their ass back up to the house because they now need to go find some distant relative up there on the ridgeline to drive them back to the house so they can head back, go take a nap, come back in the morning, come back, get the truck, tow the truck back, and then figure out what the hell's wrong with it when they're hangover because you don't work on a truck when you're either sober. You only do it when you're hungover or you're drunk because you need some kind of else to focus on so you can get the truck done without focusing on the truck. That may sound stupid for people who actually care about their vehicles and focus on their vehicles, okay, but for everybody else that cares about their lives and their heart and their stress levels and their okra more than their whatever the fuck deals women. Oh, my okra's out of line. Okay, I'm not sure what seafood has to do with this lady. Okay, but your okra's fine. Okay. Anyway, but they, whatever, the people that care about the positive energy in the universe, they tell you what, they just like, well, you know what, I'm going to distract myself because I don't want to have this truck stress me out, even though it's stressed me out already. So we all hate ourselves. It's a catch-24 or a catch-30-06, as in catching these 30-06 bullets because this truck done got it. So they go out there, that gun done went off. Oh, my grandfather was mad, that was his vehicle. My great-grandfather was like, my bad, I'm drunk, but it's okay, I'll pay for it, we'll get it fixed up. Let's just find our way back to a honky's place so we can get a truck back up to our honky's place so we can get a honky to take us out of here so we can get the truck. So they're hollering on back up the holler there, and, let's just say they find up one of my great-grandfather's brothers or distant cousins, some guy in a marriage dispute with some rowdy friends on the other side of the family, okay? And sometimes it just gets that way. They head on down to the house drunk as a skunk, okay? And my great-grandfather walks right up to that door and he's napping on there. Hey, get your ass out here. We need some help. Damn, we shot the truck on accident. It was my bad. I was drunk. I'll be drinking them parties. The parties we pick up down there from the beer store. Tell you what, all that shit was on fire. Remember, we picked up a bunch as a wholesale. Anyway, I need you to take me down. He's pounding on the door. He's like, what the hell? My grandfather's got the sense because he's fucking, sober and smart. And he's like, I'm hiding behind the truck. Wow. Well, if he's drunk, okay, we're pounding on the door, and that guy's already having some problem with other drunk rednecks pounding on the door. He's probably waiting up there with the gun, waiting for someone to start shit. I ain't gonna get 223. And my great other father, uncle, whatever, with my grandfather's like, oh, you're probably right. So they're hunkering down behind drunk. My great grandfather's out here going like, I fight Nazis, I can get two shits. Open the damn door. I need to get back at the farm. It's cold out here. This whiskey's wearing off, okay? And so, they're knocking on the damn door, and they let themselves in, and they were looking for him. I think it was a younger brother, and he was, in there, and he's just like, what in the hell? You two doing causing all this shit? And my great-grandfather's like, oh, I'm sorry for disturbing you. I accidentally shot the transmission of his truck. He was driving. Okay, we were just wanting some deer. It's understandable. Yeah, it happens. Okay, you go out on a deer hunt drunk as hell with your grandfather trying to be the sober driver. Well, I guess it would be your son-in-law. But my grandfather trying to be a sober driver, you know what I mean, or anybody trying to be a sober driver, while you're going out there, my grandfather's pretty smart. So I tell you what, though, he ain't going to be letting them but dumb dunks push him over. He'd just be like, if we're not doing it, we're not doing it. You're not going to shoot a cow or a pair of eyes in the dark if it's not verified deer, because I am not helping you drag a heifer into the back of this vehicle. You get blood all over the back. You know how hard it is to wash blood out. Cow blood. Oh, Jesus, man. It's a bitch. You watch any other kind of bloods you skip? Oh, you just don't worry about that, boy. Anyway, they driving on up, and, he drives them back up to the house. They all go take a sleep. That's what you do. They go back out the next day, find the truck. All the fluids of the truck was out there. That truck was dead and gone. Shot through the heart. It gave love a bad name. It is now done for. They need to get it fixed. Now, it was part of the engine block. It was a replaceable component in a line. I want to say transmission, I think is what was shot. And they need to get it replaced. Well, you can do that. You pop it out, pull it out, pop it on the back of your truck, drive it on up over to the mechanic, get it replaced, bring it back, install it yourself. It's the redneck way of life, okay? So, of course, it's a big old transmission block with a bullet hole in it. Now, I know some about cars. I know a decent bit. I know my ass from a hole in ground. These stories were relayed to me, okay? And for the most of my ability, that's what happened. If there was a more applicable component that could be replaced like that, that's a different kind of block, that would be, to stop a car like that, you are more than welcome to chime in and let me know. Just know that this is where I was going with, and this is the story I was told. This is kind of how I remembered it, okay? Now, I'm not the greatest automotive miracle guy out there. I'm not that good at all, okay? I can change tires, replace oil, do some other shit, okay? But that's about how it goes, okay? It's a need-to-know basis at the moment. I need to know it all, and I haven't done anything to need to know it all because I'm trying to figure out what the hell Pythagorean theorem's got to do with task season. See? Yeah, y'all thought I was a bad guy for hating on you, but I'm just right bridge with you, okay? Hating on the government like everybody else. Anywho, so we're sitting here doing this and that and this and that, and they're driving on up to the mechanic, get it replaced, and of course they used my Uncle Sonny, who's another kid of my great-grandfather. And Uncle Sonny was a good old feller, military feller, coming up from Corpus Christi, Texas, okay? Big old truck with Texas license plate on it, okay? You know what I mean? Talking about them cowboys down there, them regulators, okay? They out there messing up with the Texas Rangers, okay? Oh, yeah. That's how they're doing it. They driving on up there to that guy, though, and he's like, oh, yeah, we got in the bag. You call ahead like you do with everything else. Call ahead and make sure they know what the hell they're doing. Go up there, ask to speak to the guy you called, and then you get the shit done, get your money up, get your stuff over there, and you get on out up, be $1.02, stop at the bar, pick up some beer, head up, fix the truck, and have a party because you invited everybody to come over to help you fix the truck. Oh, yeah. And they're sitting out there waiting. Great-grandpa's bullshitting with the guy, the owner of the mechanic shop, whatever. Got the you see the Texas plate, whatever. He drops the tailgate down as the other guy comes through with the block. And then, you see the first one, it's got a bullet hole in it. Clean through, clear as day. That's a bullet hole. And my great-grandfather was like, oh, there's the messed up one. You can see what's wrong with it. It's got a bullet hole, but it's okay. But can we have the other one? Here's the money. Okay, blah, blah, blah. The other guy's just like, why is there a bullet hole? Uncle's like, well, I'm from Texas. My great-grandfather's like, yeah. And my great-grandfather wore this badass cowboy hat, real Bocephus vibes, tell you what. And it's just like, sometimes the bullet goes through the engine block and through the transmission block and through the engine. And you know what? Quit asking so many questions, okay? And, he probably didn't even get to the part where he's like, quit asking so many questions. We just wanted a deer, okay? But the guy didn't even hear the deer part, and he's just like, quit asking so many questions. The guy's like, all right, takes the bullet hole thing, gets on up there, and he's just like, have a good day, y'all. God bless. Blah, 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 blah. The guy's just like, oh, who did Sanford doesn't even shake my hand. Well, get that other one in here. Boom, lock it up, bring it up, down. Stories fit as a paddle. It sits in that way. Fits like a saddle on saddle where a block in a truck that it was supposed to go into. That's how it goes. No cows were harmed during the recording of this video. No cows were harmed during the origin of the story. No deer was harmed either. Just a truck, a bullet, presumably some eardrums, possibly some door hinges onto some loud banging, and a good bit of liquor was destroyed. Yeah, it was. Appalachian Outlaw podcast for Kung Fu.